Hi Martin, how are you first of all? We've just been watching a little bit of training. Obviously this is the best start to the WSL season that we've ever seen at Spurs. How are you settling in first of all?
Yeah, fine. I think we've had a good start, but you have a good start, you need to have a good finish. And where we deserve to be at the end of the season will depend on if we maintain those performances. I've settled in well, comfortable, working hard like the rest of the players and staff are, and just trying to make sure that we can continue this little bit of momentum, but also this project in terms of rebuilding the team to achieve the ambitions you want to achieve in the next 3-4 years.
And speaking of performances, obviously not the result that you wanted against London City, and we saw your Instagram post where you said that you took full responsibility for that result. I mean, that's so refreshing, that honesty from a manager. Like, what inspires you to be, I guess, that open and honest about that you take that responsibility on your shoulders?
Yeah, because I'm the one who makes the final decisions, and that's not asking for any kind of pat on the back or any plaudits, but when we lose games, the responsibility is mine. I have to make sure that team selection, tactics, training through the week, all those things are in place, and if we don't win the game, then I need to look at those things. So I take responsibility for defeats, and when we win the games, the players get the plaudits.
And this is your first North London derby. You'll be playing at Brisbane Road. How excited are you for this first one?
Not really excited. It's obviously it'll be a new feeling, a new opportunity for me. But obviously a lot of these players have played in this fixture before, and we know the games are always close. It's a feisty affair with it being a derby, but we have to try and remove that emotion as much as possible and focus on what we can control, and that's the performance, and not try and get too wrapped up in all those other things. And if we do that, I think we give ourselves a good chance.
You said it's going to be feisty. I mean, we saw a little bit of needle at that London City game between the two coaching benches. How important is it, or how much do you think fans want to see that little bit of needle in the women's game? Because I don't think we see it quite as much as we do in the men's game, right?
Yeah, I think it's just passion. I think it's passion and desire for both sets of staff wanting to win. They want to push their team, they want to support their team, they want to make sure they're backing their team. And you will have that every so often, a disagreement. We want a decision, they want a different decision. And that will happen, but at the end of the day, when we finish, we shake hands, we thank one another for the game. So there's a lot of respect there. And maybe some people want to see more of that. I don't have to do as much as that. I just want to sit back, watch the game and enjoy it. But sometimes you have to defend your team and defend your players.
And finally from me, you and Arsenal are drawn on points in the table, and we've seen you above them in the table just a couple of weeks ago. How much would it mean to go to Brisbane Road, to win that game and to be above Arsenal again? Yeah,
be for the players, the confidence, for the direction we're going. And I said on the weekend, like, one performance or one negative performance doesn't define you. Actually, it's how you respond and where you finish later down the road. But this is obviously a big opportunity for us again to perform in front of our home fans, to make sure that we set them alight when they're there, so they support us and cheer us on through the game. And we want to make sure we put in a good performance, because we've set off on this journey and this new kind of part of a project here at Spurs to be a competitive team. And if we want to do that, these are the games we need to be competing in.
Thank you very much, Martin.
Thank you.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.